Hi, Deb McNeill here with McNeill and Associates Real Estate. The number one question I am getting asked every day, sometimes a dozen times a day, is this market is insane. When's it going to crash? Stay tuned. I have thoughts on that. Hey, thanks for joining me. Every day I get asked questions about this current kind of crazy market. It is for sure a crazy market, even for a pro real estate agent, broker. And let me tell you, everybody is wondering, worried, is this a bubble? Is it going to crash? Are we going to have 2008 all over again? And I tell you, I've been paying attention to some of the experts in the field, and I can say this is not a bubble, not at all. In 2008, we had a lot more homes for sale than we do now. Early 2008, we had something like 4 million homes for sale, right? Not nearly that many buyers. In early 2021, this year, we only had about 1 million houses for sale. So that's a lot fewer, and there's a lot more buyer demand right now. One of the other things that's different, in 2008, we didn't have very strict mortgage criteria. There were times and places that if you could kind of prove that you were alive, you didn't particularly have to prove that you had an income, that you could afford the house. That led to some really shaky deals, right? Some really shaky mortgages. Now, mortgage criteria is much stricter. Down payments are higher. On average, in 2021, our down payments, we're seeing 15% averages. So yes, there are some people who are only doing 5 to 6%. There are a lot more people who are doing 20% or more in this market. That means if for some reason those people lose their jobs, the economy kind of tanks, whatever, they have equity in their house. They can probably sell it before it gets foreclosed on. That is a huge difference. The other big difference between 2008 and today is there were a lot of flexible rate mortgages, those balloon mortgages, where you had a really great rate for a little while and then a big old balloon payment, a big one, that had to be paid. Those with the adjustable rates on them, everything. Today, most everything is a fixed rate mortgage. There are more of those than, I just don't see the adjustable rates at all. So these are good things. People can plan a little more of what their payment's going to be like. Yes, their insurance and their property taxes are going to change their payment a bit, but for the most part, they know what that mortgage payment is going to be day in, month after month after month. That's good. People can plan for that. The other thing that is very different right now, I mentioned low inventory, I mentioned mortgage criteria. We have there's more down payment, so people have more equity. The other thing, right now we have incredibly low interest rates, which is really fueling buyers wanting to buy. That keeps demand very, very high. And so now is a good time to be a seller. Yes, you got a plan. You've got to figure out where you're going to go, what you're going to do, and have a plan. It is doable to buy a house in this crazy market. So all of this together means that this is a great time to sell. Buyer demand has never been higher. Those historically low interest rates will not last forever. Yes, we will see an end to this craziness. Will it be this fall? Will it be next spring? I don't know. There's some mixed rates. We're hearing that the Fed may not raise interest rates for quite some time. That's going to keep demand coming. It is so much better to buy a house with a low interest rate than to have a higher interest rate and a lower price. So I know there are a lot of people who ask me if they should wait to buy a house now. Wait till, if a bubble were to pop and prices were to come down, but those interest rates will go up. Over 30 years or even just 15, you're going to pay a lot in interest and your payment per month will be higher. So those lower prices, sales prices that may or may not come about, I think they're not worth it. These interest rates are incredible. I recommend that you get your down payments together and get talking to a lender. And if you need to hear some good lender names, I know some people to send you to, and then you can make the decisions after that. All right, to sum up, no, this is not a housing bubble. This is not 2008. This is 2021. Interest rates are at historic lows. Buyer demand is incredibly high because there's not nearly enough inventory. Within a year, a lot of these builders may catch up with some of their building. I know they're building like mad around me. The price of lumber and labor shortages have slowed that down. But I think in a year, maybe we catch up a bit. So if you're thinking about selling, let's get your house on the market as soon as possible so that you can reap the rewards of this particular market. And if you are a buyer, yes, it is worthwhile to grab these historically low interest rates. In the long run, you pay less for the house. Your monthly payment is less because your interest rates are lower. This is a fantastic time to be a seller, but it is a good time to be a buyer as well. You just need a good, strong agent on your side. Hint, 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 give me a call. We have a flyer for a little bit of information on the housing bubble that you can download. See the link below in comments and get more information. And if you have any questions, give me a call. My contact information, as always, is in the description box. And you can always find me online at McNeillassociates.com. Hit that subscribe button. I love seeing you here. I love hearing your comments. Thanks for the texts and emails that I get. I appreciate you very much.